basketball from the home of the Pelicans. Well, it was the New Orleans Pelicans in their last game losing to the Timberwolves. That one was real close, too. They lost by just 2 points.
Well, they hung in there for a long time in that game, just giving themselves a chance to win at the end. But when it mattered the most, they stumbled.
Yeah, and those are the hardest losses to stomach, guys. I mean, when you play well throughout the game and then get derailed by a few missed opportunities down the stretch, that's painful.
A look at the San Antonio Spurs opening lineup. Ginobili and Leonard on the wings. Duncan out there with Boris Diaw, and it's Parker in at the point guard. Now here's Leonard. Shot clock at 6. And Parker, here we go. And Ashik with the block. Gordon kicks to Evans. Shot is off. Nice D from Ginobili.
Manu Ginobili has always been one of my favorite guys to watch him, an elite shooting guard on the court. I mean, the issue with him has been health. So last season he missed about a month with a tweaked hamstring. Right as the Spurs went on their rodeo road trip.
And Ginobili, guys, clearly focused on trying to stay healthy. The last couple of off-seasons, Steve, he's bowed out of international play.
Well, it's smart. I mean, he's got so much mileage on his body, and it's more important for him to spend his summers just working on his body, staying healthy, strengthening those areas that he needs. And it's always tricky, though, to say no to your home country when they ask you to play on the national team.
And the shot's good for Miracle Man.
He can become a weapon for them if he gets going early from long range.
Parker left side. An amazing finish with a hand right in his face. Parker's got his first bucket in this one. New Orleans has gone 2 of 2 from three-point range here in the first quarter. Davis with a screen on Parker. Here's Miracle Man. Loses his man off the screen and lays it up and in. Miracle Man's got 8 points. And the Spurs with possession. It's a 5-point game. They come into this having outplayed Phoenix the last game.
Yeah, that was a strange game. Very shaky defensive performance by their opponent, but hey, they took advantage of it.
Yeah, I'd go along with that. I mean, the game wasn't handed to them, but they definitely didn't have to work as hard as they should have.
Duncan trying to break loose. Parker's shot is off.
Major defensive lapse right there. I mean, he's not a player you can leave open for a jump shot. You got to stay attached to him. They're lucky he couldn't punish them for it.
Well, for Tim Duncan and the Spurs, an incredible legacy of dominance in his 17 years in the league. The Spurs have never won less than 61% of their games, not to mention, of course, 5 finals appearances and 4 NBA championships.
And the Spurs have done an amazing job, Clark, over the years surrounding Duncan with the right kind of talent.
And Tim Duncan has done a great job leading and making adjustments in his own game. They're a team with great scouting and development of their players. You talk to players who've been there. That's one of the things they rave about, Kevin, is they get the attention for their individual development. And all of their players were not lottery picks. Most of them were mid, late first-round picks, some second-round guys, and it's just another example of doing it the right way at the highest level. It seems that every pass they make is leading to a score here. I mean, that's just exquisite ball movement.
Yeah, they're making the right play, they're working together, and they're just looking for the best shot they can every possession.
Now here's Parker. An 11-point game for him in the win against Phoenix. Good on the triple. Parker's got his second bucket of the night.
There's a chance he could have a big game if they don't D him up more tightly on the perimeter.
They set the pick. Miracle Man, the pass to Ashik. New Orleans moving it around. And the pass to Miracle Man. To the paint. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed.
Everything going according to the script for them offensively so far.
Yeah, the shots have been falling, that's for sure. The offense really in a good groove.
Now here's Leonard. His last outing with 20 points. Kicks it to Ginobili. Back to Leonard. Rebound, Evans.
Excellent. Really solid job, actually, by the defense to get in his way as he was going up for that one.
Here's Gordon. Cashes in for a double-digit lead.
3 consecutive baskets have come right at the rim. Defense had better start buckling down and tightening up.
Yeah, they're getting exposed right now.
Group substitution here for New Orleans. With he's checked in for Ashik. Anderson comes in for Davis. Darius Miller, he's checked in for Tyreek Evans. And it's Salmon's in for Eric Gordon. So San Antonio going with an almost entirely new group here. Matt Bonner, he's checked in for Duncan. Bellinelli comes in for Leonard. Green, he's checked in for Mono Ginobili. And it's Mills in for Tony Parker.
Patty Mills last season had his best season ever. Really remade his body in the offseason, adding muscle, cutting down on his body fat. Already one of the quickest players in the league. He got even quicker.
To the left side wing. Feeds to Diaw. And here's Mills. 17 points for him last game against Phoenix. And he gets it to go.
You know, the height difference there is huge, but he canceled it out with great body control in the air.
Exactly, Steve. He got to the hoop and wouldn't allow himself to be manhandled by the big boy.
Here's Withy. 10-point lead. Here's Anderson. It's rebounded by Boris Diaw. There's 57 seconds left to play in the first quarter. And the rebound goes to the Pelicans. They beat the Spurs during their last encounter in San Antonio.
That was one of those games where everybody has fun because they blew them out, the bench played, everybody got in on the act. I couldn't have dreamt of a much better start than what they've had here today.
Everything's worked, especially offensively, and what a lead they have already to show for it.
Here's Mills. The Pelicans make their last shot. Here's the screen. Into Diaw, and that's out of bounds. San Antonio will retain possession.
Boy, just a break.
Dialed in from long range. I like it.
Austin Rivers for New Orleans. So San Antonio going with an almost entirely new group here. Duncan, he's checked in for Diaw. Kawhi Leonard comes in for Marco Bellinelli. Mono Ginobili's checked in for Daniel Green. And Parker subbed in for Patty Mills. Gordon is the 2 with Evans playing small forward. Davis and Ashik patrol the paint. And it's Miracle Man in at the 1. So that's the group out there for New Orleans. Going back to what Steve said, Clark, how about the massive contribution they got from their bench in that win?
Kevin, it was very impressive. There's no denying that. I mean, you wouldn't have known who were the starters and who were the reserves based on the production.
From the sideline, let's catch up with Doris Burke.
Hi, Kevin. Miracle Man in their last time out against the Timberwolves was just a man on a mission. He finished with 24 points and, as always, piling up rebound after rebound as well. Numbers like that make you anxious to see what he can do next time out.
Thanks for the great report, Doris. Guys, the way he carried them that night, Clark, I thought was truly incredible.
Absolutely. I mean, he did the work of several players in that game. Really didn't need much support at all.
But they shouldn't count on that type of performance again tonight, Clark. I mean, his teammates need to be prepared to carry a little bit more of the load.
Here's Davis, and he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. Scoring breakdown for the Pelicans.
With the aggression they're showing early on, I mean, they're driving it to the hoop with authority and force.
And they're knocking down that mid-range jump shot, too, so they're really doing a nice job offensively.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've had a number of empty ones, a long time without a basket.
I got to find something, you're right. They set the pick. Miracle Man, the pass to Ashik. Here's Miracle Man. A 24-point outing in their last game against the Timberwolves in Minneapolis.
Here it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great position inside.
Yeah, getting the ball into the post should be their first option every time down. Force the defense to adapt and adjust.
Here is Bonner.
And guys, let's take a look at how the Pelicans performed last month. First in lowest turnovers a game. First in opponent points per game. And they're ranked 3rd in field goal shooting. This team has a lot of weapons, and guys are not afraid to share the ball to get good shots.
And what's most impressive out of all those numbers, Clark, is the few turnovers that they commit. Because now all of a sudden you're executing, you're putting a lot of pressure on the defense because they know they're not going to force a lot of steals and get out in transition to find easy points.
The Spurs making a switch here. Joseph's checked in. And here comes the break. For the finish, a huge slam, the perfect end of the fast break.
They're They're playing with a purpose, guys. The big lead becoming bigger. I like the look in their eyes.
And it's on both ends that they've been controlling the action.
It's Parker with the drive. Knocks down the 10-footer. Parker's got his third basket of the night.
How about that? Gets it off right in the face of the big fella. Quick release.
And operating on the perimeter like that negates some of the height disadvantage, too.
The shot by Evans, nobody around. Second chance shot. And so he earns a trip to the line. Official saw the contact and he'll shoot two. And let's take a quick peek at the 2K leaderboard. And the steal leaders from the point guard spot for the last 10 games. Take a look at Miracle Man, one of the league's best, third in steals.
And not only are these players tremendous at picking ball handlers' pockets, but as terrific point guards, they know how to clog passing lanes and come up with a lot of steals that way as well.
Absolutely. Their steals come from all over the court and in all sorts of situations. Transition, half-court sets, out-of-bounds plays, in the lane. They are the NBA's most complete defenders at the one-guard spot.
Here's Duncan after Eric Gordon's bucket. Diaw dishes to Leonard. The Spurs working the ball around now. And it's Parker in the corner from about 19 feet. And yes, sir, that one drops. Parker's got 9 points.
His shooting has been so good today. He may have to take it upon himself to try to get his club out of this hole. Tony Parker, I don't think there's any question the best player ever to come out of France. In fact, back in the summer of 2013, he led France to the Euro Cup championship in Slovenia. Just a terrific performance there for Parker.
Here's Miracle Man. He's got 12. And it's Evans missing. There's a minute left in the first half. Parker with it. Now guarded by Miracle Man. Now here's Joseph. He's guarded closely. And now the Pelicans on the break. Evans leading the charge.
Well, we've seen that more than a few times. An easy bucket in the lane.
Yeah, the interior defense simply has been lifeless.
Parker kicks to Duncan. Parker outside. And he gets it to go. Parker's got 6 here in this quarter. New Orleans leading by 16. Here's Miracle Man, averaging 19 points per contest. Here's Hushik. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
You know, as we've gotten closer to halftime, their style has improved. It's gotten more aggressive, more
Good ball movement.
A dominating first half of basketball, and so far hasn't been close. Pelicans on top. They lead by 18. And a chance now to send you over to Doris Burke, standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Well, you've been consistently able to find the open man through the first 2 quarters. What have you seen that you've been able to exploit in this defense?
All of it, really. I mean, I see the whole defense is something I can exploit. Man, honestly, I got them running around like a chicken with his head cut off right now. I'm just having fun like it's a pickup game at this point.
Your decisions have been on point to this point. Kevin, over to you.
All right, Doris, thank you. And we'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
All right, listen up. Terrific job so far. The fans are into this game, and we're going to keep them there. They look absolutely helpless out there to contain our low-post offense. And the more that continues in the second half, the more beat up and dejected they're going to be. There was nice rhythm to our transition game. We got some important points on the break. I think we keep the tempo brisk in the second half. And let's start every possession this half by looking to trigger the fast break. Less bodies on the defensive glass and more guys headed up the court looking for the outlet pass. Hey, listen, we're doing what we're supposed to do. Let's not give them any life in the second half, okay? Bring it in.